left this.
Thank you.
I'm sorry about what happened back there. I wish I could have said something, but they make me feel so... I can't stand it when they... Sometimes I wish I just didn't belong to them at all. I hope I never turn out like them.
You won't. I know it.
Like him. What if I'm like him?
You're not. Believe me.
All I can say is, if it wasn't for you, I don't know. I mean, you're always a big help to me.
I am? How?
Well, when you're cheerful, it keeps me from feeling depressed.
I'm not always so cheerful, you know. Inside.
Really?
It's hard. If you want to cry or something, there's nowhere to go.
I guess it's just here for me. When there's a fight with my parents, I just talk to you.
You're having a room of your...
Well, at least you can talk to your...
I don't have anything serious with Mother. I can talk about everything with Father. Except my... If it's one thing back to you.
I think your father's terrific.
He likes it. So I can tell from the little things. It's funny, isn't it?
What?
Well, we've been living here almost a year and a half. And this is the first time we've really talked.
I know what you mean.
You know something, Peter?
What?
I've never really had a friend before. Not someone I could truly confide in.
Me neither.
The sun is shining, the sky a deep blue. There's a magnificent breeze, and I'm longing, so longing, for everything. I walk from room to room, breathe through the crack in the window frame, feel my heart beating, as if to say, can't you fulfill this longing at last? I long for every boy, and to Peter I want to shout, say something, don't just smile all the time. Touch me, so I can get that delicious feeling inside. I feel spring within me. I feel spring awakening. I feel it in my entire body and soul. I'm utterly confused. Don't know what to read, to write, to do. I only know I am longing. March 29, 1944. We've had to cut down even further on food. The rats have gobbled up some of our precious supplies. They must be desperate too. Our mouths are watering for anything edible. All we've had to eat this week is pickled kale and rotten potatoes. You wouldn't believe how much kale can stink when it's a few years old.
So, what is it tonight?
Don't ask.
I have to. I have to be prepared.
On top of it all, every meal there's been a political discussion, ending in some terrible fight. But last night, something even more terrible happened.
Oh my God, I can't eat this anymore.
Something wrong, Mr. Dussel? You might try cooking for a change before insulting my wife.
You know, I think you prepared the peas very well, Mrs. Rondon.
Mr. Frog, always a soul of politeness.
Every night another mirror.
Oh! Careful, Mr. Dussel. You don't want to run the pipes again like last week.
Margaret, what's wrong? You're not eating. Eat. You have to eat. I'm hungry.
You don't want? I don't need it. Margaret, just take a...
I can't. I just can't. She eats like a bird. Every day a smaller bird. Margaret, I'm doing the best I can. I'm sorry, Mrs. Von Don. I just... Hannah's eating. How do you do, Hannah? Let's look at it. It's delicious. Before I know it,
You're wise. I eat because I'm... Margaret, you've got to force yourself. You're too thin.
She's not the only one. We're all famished.
Everything over.
War would be over a lot sooner if the goddamn British would finally start the
Please,
invasion.
not tonight.
The British are fighting for their lives.
They'll do something when the time is right.
When we're dead and buried, you mean? It's amazing how strong the British are.
Oh, it's amazing. They're so strong, they're gonna win the war. Is that?
They very well might if the British don't get moving.
They are moving. Aren't 3,000 tons of bombs dropped on Hamburg last Saturday enough for you?
No.
Well, then how many do you need?
Enough so we don't have to worry about going to Poland.
Mr. Dussel,
Hurry up!
Mr. Dussel!
Mr. Dussel!
Hurry up!
The fire burning again!
You think I like spending my life in there?
I'm sorry to come up this hour. Something is happening. Something serious.
What?
I must ask all of you to be more careful, more quiet.
What's happened?
Man in the storeroom, Carl. A while ago he asked me, "What do you hear from Mr. Franck?" I said I heard a rumor you were in Switzerland. He said he heard that too. I paid no attention, but then today while signing some invoices at the office, I looked up and I saw him staring at the bookcase.
Oh, God.
Then he said he remembered a door there, and then he asked for more money. 10 more guilders a month.
Blackmail.
10 guilders? Very modest blackmail.
It's just the beginning.
What did you tell him?
I told him not to think about it. What should I do? Should I pay him the money, take a chance on firing him, or just say no?
For God's sakes, pay him the money.
Offer him half. We'll find out if it's blackmail or not.
Look, maybe he knows nothing, but it's getting more and more dangerous every day out there. No one can be trusted. We must all be more quiet. More quiet. I'll offer him half then.
Thank you, Mr. Crowler.
Hope for the best.
Thank you.
Robert, don't be upset. I can't bear it. Do you eat like this?
I'll be all right, Annika. Please, go back to supper.
I'd rather stay here with you.
And now, a message from the Dutch Minister of Education.
History cannot be written on the basis of official documents alone. If our descendants are to understand what we as a nation have endured during these years, we need simple, everyday pieces. A diary, letters from a forced labor in Germany.
After such a terrible evening, something wonderful happened. Something amazing. Mr. Bogelstein, our cabinet minister, speaking on the Dutch broadcast from London, said that a collection of letters and diaries would be made up after the war. Just imagine how interesting it would be if I were to publish a novel called The Secret Annex. It could be based off my diary. I'll start revising it tomorrow. Unless you write yourself, you can't understand how wonderful it is. When I write, I shake off all my cares. But I want to achieve more than that. I want to be useful and bring enjoyment to all people, even those I've never met. I want to go on living, even after my death.